Hello, I'm Dr.Ashok Kumar, Department of Zoology, Ganga Singh College, Chapra, running under JP University, Chapra, Saran, Bihar. Today I am going to switch on the topic Indian fisheries as well as Indian fisheries and what are the fishery resources. So, fisheries is the business of fish. Fishery is the business of fish or place for catching fish. It has been defined by Ali Kunhi, the great scientist. And so fisheries is an occupation or industry of catching fish, culturing fish, and taking their products, their products of sea, streams, lakes, rivers, reservoirs, backwaters, bills, etc. So this fishery is actually providing not fish we culture here, not only fish, we culture aquatic organisms. So under that aquatic organisms, fish and plants as well as non-fish like shellfish or prawns, shrimps, oysters, pearl spots, etc. So everything, different types of aquatic products, they are also studied in this under the topic fishery. They also come. So fisheries is a very complex subject. Fisheries is a very complex subject. It includes physical, chemical, biological, hydrobiological, microbiological, limnological, meteorological sciences interacting with the biology of fish, ecology of fish, different environment of the fish. So it is a production management and intricacies of market distribution, etc. So there are so it is very complicated, and thus in order to reap the potential of fishery resources, a multidisciplinary science like fisheries has to be imparted with varying degrees of curricula to its primary, secondary and tertiary levels, and hence fisheries are of two types. In broad sense, fisheries are of two types. First is capture fishery and second is culture fishery. Capture fishery means this one is related with the capture, only capture of fishes. Here we capture the fishes, not only true fishes, also shellfishes. We culture the seaweeds. We culture the different varieties of fishes of medicinal as well as different values. Further, this capture fisheries capture fishery is only involved with the capture of the fish, because it, such as in sea, such as in rivers, such as only capture large reservoirs, natural lakes like Chilka Lake, backwaters in Kerala, very large bodies. There we cannot culture, only we capture. Only we capture because in a river we only capture fishes from the rivers. Hence, the now the that is capture fishery, and culture fishery are those where we culture fishes. We culture fishes in water, in different types of water. First is freshwater. Freshwater is characterized by having a salinity between 0 to 0.5 ppt. 0 to 0.5 ppt. That is freshwater, soft water, what we as in rivers, ponds, tanks here. And then estuarine waters. Estuarine waters are brackish waters. That is those waters, culture of fishes in those waters, in those water bodies where estuaries are those water bodies where it is coastal body of water, estuaries or estuarine ponds, they are coastal bodies of water, and where due to tides the sea water dilutes measurably by the fresh water. Sea water which comes during tides inside in the mouth of the rivers, and that becomes mixed, and after mixing with one another, they may now the salinity now fresh water, after mixing with the fresh water, the salinity will the salinity of the sea water that is diluted, and hence that is sea water, that is brackish water or estuarine water here. So many different types of fishes like milkfish, like chanos, milkfish, grey mullets, musulcephalus, Atroplus these types bhetki, that is lattice caliper, and milkfish. These are musulcephalus, rhino musul, these fishes are cultured there. Hence, in fisheries here, so inland capture fish. So, and there are two types of on the basis fresh water, estuarine water. These are the fresh water. They comes in one category, fresh water, and the next is sea water or marine fishery. In marine fishery, the salinity begins from 30 ppt, and inside it goes in the inshore areas, it is 30, 31, 32 ppt, and later on when we go in the offshore areas, where offshore areas the ppt increases, that is from that may go to 30, 32, 35, 36, 35, more than 30, more than 35. So that is euryhaline, means those fishes, euryhaline is a condition in which the fishes which can tolerate the salinity range, a high salinity range. So euryhaline, stenohaline, those fishes which can tolerate a limited range of salinity. So here in the freshwater fishes which are reared in rivers, in ponds, in tanks, in lakes, in reservoirs, So in different types of water bodies. So here they are reared, and in estuarine areas, brackish water ponds, they are also cultured. So these are freshwater fishery resources, and in backwaters, that is marine seawater, because backwaters are found in Kerala, and characteristic of Kerala backwaters are those water bodies which becomes connected with the sea only during rainy season. After raining season, those water bodies are separated from the sea. So in sea, we in sea water, marine fishery, there is inshore fishery, and then again in offshore fishery. So pelagic fisheries, which those fishes which are found in the upper region of the sea, and then again which remains in the deep area of the sea, deep sea fisheries, demersal fisheries. So these are the different types of fisheries. Now in capture fishery resources of India, capture fisheries where we only capture. Now in capture we capture from the freshwater water bodies. Inland capture fishery, they are also known as inland capture fishery resources of India. So inland capture fisheries where the water body is located inside the land masses. Inland capture fishery resources means those resources which are located inside the land masses, like rivers, like lakes, like reservoirs, so like bills. So these are the inland capture fishery resources, and the marine fishery resources. It means though only sea water we capture only from different varieties of fishes from sea, like wild sardine, like mackerels, like sea bass, like pearl spots, clams. So many. They are caught from the marine fishery resources. Now in inland fishery resources, here inland fishery PPT is 0 to 0.5 PPT. Here salinity is 0 to 0.5 PPT, up to 29.9, from 0.5 PPT to up to 29.9. It remains the salinity of the brackish water or estuarine water. And then in sea water or marine environment, the catches which are called marine fishery. And so there are in Indian fisheries, the inland capture fishery freshwater resources. These are, as I had already just explained, that inside the land masses, those water bodies which are found inside the land masses. So here these are rivers, lakes, estuaries, lagoons, etc. the reservoirs, ponds, tanks, swamps. So these are the inland capture fishery resources of India. Now, the inland capture fishery and marine capture fishery resources. Now, inland capture fishery resources had increased, had manifold, so it was the potential initially, the 2 decades before, the potential of inland capture fishery was mentioned as 4.5 million tons, but now it has increased a lot. But we cannot, because by digging ponds, by digging dugout ponds, by embankment ponds, we are culturing fish under management. So fishes are cultured with management, and in this management, the management is the in which those processes which are involved in maximizing the production out of the input involved. So less input and maximum output. So that is management. In management, we do different types of eradicate in a pond system, or we eradicate aquatic waste, we eradicate the insects, we eradicate the predatory fish, we eradicate we eradicate so many those things, those plants or animals or which is related with the poor survival of the fish production, poor survival of the fish, those factors. So now in capture fishery, we freshwater culture resources, inland capture fishery resources and marine capture fishery resources. In inland capture fishery resources, as I had already mentioned, that the rivers, lakes, reservoirs, estuaries, lagoons, these are lakes, these are the bills, these are the freshwater resources of capture fishery. Now I am going to, so we should know today the total production from the inland capture fisheries and marine capture fishery resources, the total production is 12.59 million tons. 12.59 million tons. From inland fishery resources, we have become able to produce 8.9 million tons only from inland capture fishery resources. Out of 12.59, we have produced 8.9 million tons. It means 89 lakh tons. Only 89 lakh tons from the freshwater fishery resources, while from the marine fishery resources we get 3.688 or 3.69 million tons. So altogether, after adding both the production of inland fishery resources from the inland fishery resources and marine fishery resources, it is 89.02 million and 36.88 million. It comes to 125.90 125.90 lakh tons means 12.59 million tons. In India, now from inland fishery production in different states. So inland fishery production in different states are as follows. In the first maximum producer producing state is Andhra Pradesh, which have produced 34.5 lakh tons. Second is the West Bengal. It is 17.42 lakh tons. Third is the Gujarat, where production is 8.35 lakh tons. In Odisha, it is 6.85 lakh tons. In Tamil Nadu, it is 6.82 lakh tons. In UP, Uttar Pradesh, it is 6.29. In Maharashtra, it is 6.06 lakh tons. So in Karnataka, it is 6.03 lakh tons. In Bihar, we have produced only 5.88 lakh tons from our inland fishery resources. We are landlocked. Our state is landlocked. There is no marine fishery resources. So only inland fishery resources persist here, and it is in Bihar we have only we have produced only 5.88 lakh tons in the year 2018 to 2019. So, according to Handbook of Fishery Statistics of Government of India. So, it is and Kerala, after Bihar, the inland production of Kerala is 5.63 lakh tons, while the 10th position is of Jharkhand, that is only 1.9 lakh tons in Jharkhand. So, but now in inland producing states, among the inland producing states, the major inland producing states are Andhra Pradesh from inland fishery resources, although 34.5